Hello and welcome back inside Nobby's Ballpark for Game 2 of our doubleheader against Ohio Wesleyan University. The Case Western Reserve University Spartans have now won 10 straight games, looking to make it 11 in a row and looking to sweep a doubleheader in their only meeting this season against Ohio Wesleyan. They picked up a 15-8 win in Game 1, and now we'll send Kyle Geerding out to the mound in Game 2 as they look to complete that sweep. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Schwartz, bringing you coverage of today's doubleheader between the two teams. And the Spartans looking to make it a clean sweep. Let's go ahead and get you the batting order, beginning with Ohio Wesleyan University, now 16 and 18 on the year. Left fielder Ryan Stefanson will be leading things off. Sammy Stoner batting second and playing center field, and then Zane Vitens will be playing first base and batting third. The designated hitter will be Dylan Eisendyke, who was actually wearing number 43 today. He was the pinch hitter in Game 1, who came into that DH spot. So Eiseldike, will be the designated hitter here for Game 2. Edric Padilla gets a start in right field. He'll be batting fifth. Jack Bates playing second base and batting sixth. Blake Pettit moves up to the seventh spot in the order. The third baseman bats in that spot. Noah Brazaitis will be batting eighth and playing shortstop, and then Tyler Monaco getting the start at catcher here in Game 2. Jason Monos will be the new pitcher for Game 2 for Ohio Wesleyan, and we will tell you more about him in the bottom of the inning when he takes the hill. Defensively for the Spartans, I believe it's the same exact defensive lineup that we saw in Game 1. Over at first base, Nick Tallarico. Second baseman, Josiah Harris. Third baseman is Zach Carinci. The shortstop is Owen Levinson. In the outfield, the left fielder is Logan Andreyko. Center field is Trey Haley. The right fielder, Nick Harms. Doing the catching, Jack Anderson. And on the mound is Kyle Geerding. 5-1 on the season with a 3.50 ERA. He is coming off 7 shutout innings, a complete game shutout against Brandeis last Saturday. On the season, Geerding making his 9th start of the year, his 11th appearance overall. He's thrown 46 in the third inning, striking out 46 batters and walking 17. Opponents hitting just .268 against him, and he will look to get things started here against the top of the Ohio Wesleyan order with Stefanson, Stoner, and Vitens due up. Stefanson hitting at .323, had a nice outing in the first game of the doubleheader. Was 2 for 3 with 4 runs batted in that game, included a bases clearing double with the bases loaded, and he takes a first pitch strike from Geerding, and we are underway in Game 2, 0-1 the count. Now the 0-1 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-2. Been a really nice sophomore campaign for Geerding. Ahead in the count here, 0-2. Let's see if he breaks out that big curve. He does, and it's lined over to third. Glove nicely by Carinci. Has to make the throw to first and gets it there just in time to get the out. Well, a tough hop there for Carinci the field, and then he has to turn and make a throw to get the speedy runner out, but he does that. Well executed by Carinci at third base, and the Spartans have the first out of the game. Quickly retired here. And that'll bring up Sammy Stoner. Stoner, a .377 hitter on the season. He was 2 for 5 in Game 1. And takes a called strike, 0-1. Stoner was incredibly impressive defensively in center field in Game 1. He had to really go get a bunch of baseballs out there and did a fantastic job. The Spartans scored 15 runs on 16 hits in Game 1, and Stoner probably took away about another 2 or 3 hits in that game at least. It's an 0-2 count. And that one misses outside, 1-2. Now the 1-2. And it misses down low, 2-2 the count. And down and away again. So the count goes full, 3-2 on Stoner at the plate. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And outside, ball 4. So after a ground out to start the game, Geerding issues a walk to Stoner, who is a speed threat on the base paths. 12 stolen bases on 17 attempts this year. And that'll now bring up Zane Vitens, who fouls back the first pitch, 0-1. Spartans' bullpen is in pretty good shape, although I'm sure they'd love to leave some of the arms in there for tomorrow's game, assuming that game gets played against Mount Union. Another one fouled away. It's 0-2 on Vitens. Geerding, the tall righty out of Cincinnati, Ohio, checks in at 6'4", 205 pounds. Anderson High School product. Head in the count here, 0-2 on Vitens, delivers the pitch. And he holds up on the what looked like a slider outside as the count goes to 1-2. Geerding has the ability to really throw a good, maybe not a two-seamer, but a fastball with some natural run on it. That's a problem for right-handed hitters, especially when Geerding is hitting that outside corner to righties with that pitch. Throw down to first, try to keep the runner close. Now the 1-2. Runner goes, pitch taken for a ball, throw goes down to second, and plenty of time to get the runner for the out. Stoner, who has stolen 12 bases this season, just thrown out by a country mile on that one. 2-4 on the caught stealing. And there's now 2 outs and a 2-2 count at the plate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And he holds. And that'll be ball 3, 3-2. We'll check with the umpire down the field, but yeah, it looked like from up here, Vitens held on that one. So another full count, second straight batter that Geerding has gone full on. 3-2, 2 away, bases empty, the pitch. And it swung on and hit foul. And we'll do it all over again. Geerding was very good in his last outing against Brandeis. Allowed just 2 hits, 2 walks. The 2 walks didn't come until his final inning of work. And the 3-2, good breaking pitch fouled off. His best outing as a Spartan to date. Was later named the UAA Pitcher of the Week after pitching his first career shutout. It was the first shutouts thrown by a Spartan pitcher since the 2019 season. And that was, for those of you fans who go back a few years, was the 9-game shutout thrown by Matt Levine in the Spartans' second game of the NCAA Regional that year. Chopper, another one hit foul. Vitens really fighting some pitches off here. Nice at bat. He fell behind 0-2 after fouling off the first 2 pitches, then took 3 straight balls and now has fouled off 3 straight since the count's gone full. 9th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. And it's grounded to short, should end the inning. High, nice hop for Levinson, who throws to first. And a nice grab over at first base by Tallarico to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. And we'll move along into the bottom of the first inning with the Spartans scoreless with the battling Bishops here. And let's go ahead and get you the batting order for Case Western Reserve. Jack Anderson, the catcher, leading things off. Josiah Harris playing second base and batting second. Zach Carinci looking to make a little bit of history today. We'll tell you more about that when he comes up to hit. He'll hit in the 3 spot. Nick Harms batting fourth today. And then Trey Haley, who has been red hot lately, in the 5 spot. Batting 6 for the Spartans is Jay Smith, who will make his first appearance of the day. He'll be the designated hitter. It'll be Nick Tallarico batting 7th and playing first base. Logan Andreyko, the left fielder, hits 8th. And Owen Levinson playing shortstop and batting 9th. For Ohio Wesleyan, First baseman is Zane Vitens. The second baseman is Jack Bates. The shortstop is Noah Brazaitis. And the third baseman is Blake Pettit. In the outfield, Ryan Stefanson in left field. Mentioned before, defensively talented Sammy Stoner in center. And the right fielder is Edric Padilla. Doing the catching is Tyler Monaco here in Game 2. And on the mound is Jason Monis, who is 3-3 on the year with a 6.21 ERA. He'll be making his 9th start of the year for Ohio Wesleyan and appearing in his 12th game overall. That includes one complete game. He's thrown 37 2/3 innings and allowed 49 hits during that stretch for a 308 opponent's batting average. He has struck out 29 and walked 18 on the season as he begins his 9th start of the year. Jack Anderson set to lead things off, hitting at .444 on the year. And first pitch swinging, hits it in the air to center field, camping out under it, and making the catch is Sammy Stoner. And one pitch, one out recorded by Monis on the mound.
Now batting, second baseman, number 1, Josiah Harris.
So now bring up Josiah Harris, who is riding a hot streak of his own. So Harris at the plate. Pitch from Monis, and it's grounded over towards second. And the throw on to first in time to get the out. And that will be 2 gone here in the inning. And that will bring up Zach Carinci.
Third baseman, number 31, Zach Carinci.
Carinci has a chance today to match the longest hitting streak in the history of Case Western Reserve University baseball. He enters the game with 27 consecutive games in which he's picked up a hit. Takes a called strike there, and the count goes to 0-1. And that one in there for strike 2. Carinci looking to match the streak currently held by Sam Alexander in 2011 when he hit in 28 straight games for the Spartans. Carinci holds up there, and the count goes to 1-2. Meanwhile, Jason Monis on the mound looking for a quick inning. He's needed just 3 pitches to retire the first 2 batters. Already throws 4th pitch of the at-bat here to Carinci. And Carinci reaches for that one and sends it foul down the first baseline as the count stays at 1-2. 27 straight games with a hit for Carinci. Up high, 2-2. Ground ball, shortstop, backhanded, long throw to first, and just a step ahead of Carinci to get the out. Well, Carinci almost beat that out for the hit, but a nice play at short by Brazaitis to retire him for the final out of the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Monis, and we'll move along into the second. Case Western Reserve and Ohio Wesleyan scoreless through 1. It'll be Eiseldike followed by Padilla and Bates due up when we return. Dylan Eiseldike leading the inning off, the designated hitter. Hitting at 300 on the year. Fouls off the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Eiseldike 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch after pinch hitting in the first game. He'll foul that one off, and it's 0-2. Scored a run during that 6-run 8th inning for Ohio Wesleyan, where they did most of their damage in the game. Reaches for that one, pops it up, shallow left, could be trouble, but Andreyko charging in makes the catch. And there's one gone. Geerding's faced the minimum so far.
Now batting, right fielder.
He allowed a walk in the first inning, but erased the base runner on a caught stealing. And so one gone now. As that one fouled off by Edric Padilla, and the count goes to 0-1. Geerding from the stretch. Here's his 0-1 offering. Fouled off, 0-2. Spartans down to their final 3 games, at least scheduled 3 games on the season. They have room to play up to 40 on their schedule, as that's down low for a ball, 1-2. But as of now, it doesn't appear like they'll be able to add one more game. Lifted in the air, foul. And the count stays at 1-2. Tomorrow, it's looking like rain, especially early in the day. The Spartans supposed to play at 2 against Mount Union. As the breaking ball swung on and missed at strike 3 by Padilla. First strikeout of the game for Geerding, 2 gone here in the second. I think the backup plan, if the Spartans can't play tomorrow against Mount Union, I believe they would play on Wednesday instead. Meantime, Jack Bates, the batter. And he fouls back that pitch 0-1. One pitch coming from Bates. 2 Bates, I should say. Foul back again, 0-2, and Geerding a chance for a quick second inning. A strike away now. Bates was 0 for 4 with 2 runs, an RBI, and a walk in the opening game of the doubleheader. Facing an 0-2 count here, and he lifts it in the air, shallow right, and it drops in for a base hit. First hit of the game allowed by Geerding. That'll put a 2-out base runner on for Ohio Wesleyan, with Blake Pettit coming to the plate. Pettit, a 167 hitter on the season. He's 3 for 18. He went 0 for 4 in the opening game. Fastball in the outside corner. Good run on that one from Geerding. Brings the count to 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That one misses outside, overthrew that a bit. And the count evens 1-1. Bates the runner at first with 2 away. Bates has only attempted 1 steal this season, but it was successful. That one grounded, through for a base hit. Bates will put the brakes on. He'll stop at second, but back-to-back 2-out singles for Ohio Wesleyan as Pettit gets his first hit of the day. And there'll be 2 on, 2 away, and now the shortstop, Noah Brazaitis, will step to the plate. Brazaitis 2 for 3, to run in an RBI along with a walk during game one. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-0. So Geerding in a little bit of trouble here in the second inning. Called strike, and it's 1-1. Line drive, and that'll get down for a base hit. Andreyko with it and gets it in quickly. They hold the runner at third. And so good job by Andreyko there. But that will load the bases with 2 away. 3 straight 2-out base hits for Ohio Wesleyan from the bottom of their order. Now the 9-hitter, Tyler Monaco, will be the batter. We saw Monaco in the first game come in as a pitcher. Monaco threw an inning, gave up 4 runs on 3 hits. And will hit here with 2 outs and the bases loaded. A chance to give Ohio Wesleyan its first lead of the day. He fouls back the first pitch, 0-1 at the plate this season. Monaco hitting a .208. He's 5 for 24 with 5 runs scored and a double. He's driven in 5 as well. Big at bat here from Monaco in the early portion of this game. Here's the pitch from Geerding. Outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 offering from Geerding. Rocks and delivers. And that's down low, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Fouled back, 2-2. So Geerding can get out of this with 1 more strike now. As the sun peeking out from behind those clouds that have floated overhead for most of the day. Now 2-2, 2 away, bases loaded, second inning. 2-2 from Geerding. Just misses. Awfully close from Geerding, who thought he got the fastball in underneath the hands of the left-handed hitting Monaco. But instead, the count goes full, so the runners will get an early start here, 3-2, 2 away. Again, scoreless game. Geerding trying to keep it that way. Here's the 3-2. Runners go. The pitch down and in, ball 4. And Monaco flips the bat into the dugout as he draws the bases loaded walk to bring across the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Ohio Wesleyan. Bates scores from third. Well, the trouble started with 2 outs in the inning. The frame started innocently enough for Geerding. He got a flyout and a strikeout, but since then, 3 straight hits and a walk. And Ohio Wesleyan has taken the 1-0 lead. Back to the top of the order now, Ryan Stefanson, who takes that up and out, ball 1. Stefanson 0 for 1 in the game, grounded out to third base. Took a nice play from Carinci to retire him to lead the game off. Stefanson came up with the bases loaded in the 8th inning of the first game, hit a double. This one popped up by the dugout. Will it stay in play? It does, but it's right at the corner of that dugout, and Jack Anderson and Nick Tallarico both converged on it, but neither could get to it as the count evens 1-1. So it's a 1-1 count now. See if Geerding can limit the damage here. Stefanson's given the Spartans some trouble today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes it up high. It's 2-1. Stefanson, the junior, Cleveland product from North Ridgeville High School, 5'9", 165 pounds. And he swings at the 2-1, fouls it back, and it's 2-2. So now 2-2 count, 2 away. Geerding trying to get through the inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. On the outside corner, a called strike 3, and that ends the inning. But the damage done. A run scores on 3 hits and a walk for Ohio Wesleyan. We'll move along to the second, bottom of the inning. Case Western Reserve will send Harms, Haley, and Smith to the plate. It's 1-0, Ohio Wesleyan with the lead. Well, every game important for the Spartans right now. We're trying to strengthen their resume for an at-large bid to the NCAA Division III tournament. Certainly in the mix, but really would benefit from continuing this strong finish to the season. Try to win out here as Nick Harms takes the first pitch fastball for a called strike 0-1. Harms hitting at .352, 9 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Down low for ball 1, 1-1 the count. Nick 1 for 5 in the first game of the doubleheader. Two and one. And there's a ball. So it's 3-2. Line drive, and that'll get down into right center field for a base hit. Harms on his horse. He's going to try for 2. Here comes the throw, not in time. A hustle double from Nick Harms.
Now batting, center fielder, number 19, Trey Haley.
So there'll be a runner in scoring possession. Potential game-time run early in this one is Trey Haley, who's had himself a nice game. That pitch misses inside. I think there was a cross up there. And that will move the runner up. It'll go as a pass ball. It looked like Monaco was moving outside. The pitch broke inside. And it tipped off of Monaco's glove. So again, a cross up between the pitcher and the catcher, I believe, there. That's in the dirt. So Harms now at third base as the count goes to 2-0 on Haley. Now the 2-0 pitch. Chopper, third base. That should get the run in as the throw goes to first. And Haley retired, but an RBI for Trey. Harms comes in to score. It's his 43rd run scored this season. Haley drives in his 29th run of the season. And we're all even, 1-1.
Designated hitter, number 9, Jay Smith.
So with the bases empty, one away, Jay Smith will get his first at bat of the game. The designated hitter hitting a .282 on the year. Hits that one out in front of the plate, but touched in foul territory by Monaco, the catcher, as he was standing in the left-handed batter's box, and that'll bring the count to 0-1. Might have benefited Monaco there that called strike, and it's 0-2. And that's fouled away. Smith out of Goshen, Kentucky. In the Louisville area. Takes that down and out, 1-2. Smith on the season making his 21st start of the year. He has 1 home run and 15 runs batted in. 12 runs scored. Ground ball hit up towards the middle, and diving stop by the second baseman. Throw to first, not in time. Infield hit by Smith.
Now batting, first baseman.
And so now with one away, Smith on at first, and Nick Tallarico will be the batter. Tallarico at the plate. And the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Smith takes his lead from first. And it's called strike, 1-1. Tallarico, a .271 hitter, as that pitch hits the runner, moving up to second base. Will be Smith. So that'll be an error on the throw by the pitcher to move the runner up. And so it's a runner in scoring position now at second. Potential go-ahead run for the Spartans with Tallarico at the plate. And he rockets that one down the line and left, and it's a fair ball. Smith will come around to score. Pulling into second is Tallarico with an RBI double. Double number 5 on the season for Tallarico, his 20th run batted in. And the Spartans take a 2-1 lead. So that'll bring up Logan Andraco with Tallarico at second and one away. He squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes the pitch outside, 1-0. Now the 1-0. And it's popped up along the line, left field, long run, and making the catch. Out and left. A nice job to track that down is Ryan Stefanson.
Now batting.
Well, if that drops in, that's another run easily for the Spartans. Instead, that's the second out of the inning. Tallarico's still at second, and Owen Levinson will be the batter. Levinson now hitting at .310 on the year. Trying to drive in a run here with 2 outs in the second. Here's the pitch. And he hits that in the air. Shallow center, dropping quickly. It's in for a base hit. Tallarico running all the way with 2 outs. Scores from second base. Levinson first pitch swinging. Drives in a run with an RBI single. And the Spartans now lead 3-1.
Now batting. Catcher. Number 5.
For Levinson, his 17th run batted in this season. And now Jack Anderson will be the batter. Anderson 0 for 1, flew out to center field on the first pitch of the game he saw. Takes that down low for ball 1, 1-0. Well, so the Spartans responding after giving up a run in the top of the inning. Bouncing back here with 3 in the bottom of the frame. It's now 3-1. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Anderson swinging, hits it in the air. Shallow left center. A little bit of a misread on it there by Stefanson, but he settles underneath it and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. But the Spartans score 3 runs on 4 hits and an error. They leave a man on base, and we'll move into the top of the third inning. It'll be Stoner, Vitens, and Eiseldike due up when we come back. First pitch to Sammy Stoner is a called strike, and it's an 0-1 count. Stoner drew a walk in his first at bat of the game. Was later erased from the base paths, trying to steal second. That one by Geerding down low. It's 1-1. Geerding could use a quick inning here if he could get one. He allowed 1 run last inning, but left the bases loaded. Curveball. Say it missed outside, and it's 2-1. Geerding allowed that 1 run in the second, but the Spartans answer back with 3 of their own in the bottom of the inning. So it's 3-1 Case Western Reserve. That went inside. 3-1 the count. Game 2 of our doubleheader. If you're just joining us, the Spartans won Game 1. 15-8 was the final. And just up high with that one, and that's ball 4. Third walk of the day, 1 in each inning, issued by Kyle Geerding.
Now batting, first baseman.
Second walk drawn by Stoner today, who walked in the first and again was erased trying to steal second. So we'll see if he's daring on the base paths again or if he's a bit more conservative here. Meanwhile, the plate's aim, Vitens steps in, and takes that pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Geerding certainly not as sharp as we've seen him at his best today, but trying to be effective nonetheless. Here's the 1-0. That one line, left field, coming in is Andreyko, but he fields it on a hop. And that'll be back-to-back base runners to reach here for the Bishops. Tying runs on the base paths now with a potential go-ahead run at the plate in the form of Dylan Eiseldike. Eiseldike hitting a .297. He has one home run, 28 runs batted in, and Steve Grunberg, the pitching coach for the Spartans, will head out to have a talk here with his pitcher Geerding, who again seems to be struggling a bit today. So 3-1 the score, but Geerding struggling a little here in the third again. Eiseldike will be the batter. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Although certainly a double play candidate potentially, should he put one on the ground. First pitch from Geerding, the righty, to the lefty Eiseldike. And he takes it down low for a ball, 1-0. Geerding just seems to be struggling to locate in the early going of this one. Runners will go. The pitch swung on a misstep. Throw to third. Plenty of time to get the runner. And Stoner thrown out trying to advance to third on a steal. 2-5 on the caught stealing. Second time Stoner has been thrown out today. No stolen base for the trailing runner, Vitens. You can't get a stolen base on a play where there's a caught stealing, so he just moves up as the trail runner. He's now at second with one out. And that one chopped towards first. Tough hop to field for Tallarico, but he takes it to the bag himself for the second out. Vitens moves up 90 feet to third. Boy, if you're Ohio Wesleyan, and we'll see, the inning's certainly not over yet, but you've got to be kicking yourself or maybe running yourself out of this inning. So I'll bring up Edric Padilla, the right fielder out of Puerto Rico. That pitch in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Missed down and in to Padilla. Padilla struck out swinging in his first at bat of the game. Won the score. Ground ball hit up the middle and through for a base hit. So that'll bring across the run as Vitens scores from third. Padilla with the RBI single, and it's now 3-2.
Now batting. Second baseman, number 6, Jack Bates.
It looks like there's a gate open down that first base side. And they're going to try to close up here before play resumes. In the meantime, it's now a 3-2 game. Potential game time run is on at first in the form of Padilla, and the batter will be Jack Bates. Bates 1 for 1 in the game, a single and scored a run last inning. Takes that down and in for ball 1. It's 1-0. Bates now hitting at .257 on the year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that one is a called strike, 1-1. Two and one. Ball misses there. It's 3-1. Swing and a miss. So the count goes full, 3-2. Runner from first, Padilla will get the start with a 3-2 count and 2 away. Padilla takes his lead. The Spartans won't hold him on, so he'll be able to take as much of a lead as he wants. Here he goes on the pitch, and it misses inside, ball 4. And so Geerding issues his 4th walk of the game. And for Kyle, you have to be a little bit concerned here, is, again, just not locating his pitches today. You can tell he's trying to work his way through some of his struggles, but he just is not helping himself out here. It's one of those days where if you're Geerding, he's missing both inside and outside the strike zones. You know, usually people interpret wildness as throwing a lot of balls. Is that ball hit in the air, deep towards right, playable for Harms, and he'll put it away to end the inning. So Pettit retired, and that will retire the side. You know, the other aspect of wildness is sometimes you miss in the zone and can get hurt that way as well, and I think that's been a struggle today as well for Geerding. He gives up a run on 2 hits, but leaves 2 men stranded in the 3rd and preserves the Spartan lead. It'll be 3-2, Case Western Reserve on top as we begin the 3rd, and it'll be Harris, Carinci, and Harms due up when we come back. Jason Mona's done after 2 innings for Ohio Wesleyan, and he'll give way to number 15, Joe Liss, who will take over. Liss, a sophomore righty out of Evanston, Illinois, Evanston Township High School. 5'11", 205 pounds.
Number 1, Josiah.
And will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the lineup for the Spartans. As Josiah Harris getting set to get things going here. Harris enters the game with an 11-game hitting streak. Looking to extend it here. He's 0 for 1 in the game so far. And takes a breaking ball down low, 1-0. Now the 1-0. And a chopper, third base side foul, 1-1. Liss making his 14th appearance out of the season out of the bullpen for Ohio Wesleyan. He's 4-0 with a 5.67 ERA. Been one of their better arms this season out of the pen. Fouled off again. It's 1-2. He's gone 33 1/3 innings. 34 hits allowed, 26 runs, 14 walks, and 21 strikeouts for List this year. And he plants the fastball there, called strike 3 as Harris down looking. So Harris retired, and that'll bring up Zach Carinci 0 for 1 in his quest to match the longest hitting streak in program history. Again, enters the game as having hit in 27 straight games. List delivers the first pitch up and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And a breaking ball outside corner, 1-1. Carinci hitting .358 overall on the season. Grounded out to short in his first at bat. Took a nice play by Noah Brazaitis to throw him out at first. Good little two-seamer there. And the count goes to 1-2 on Carinci as that catches the inside corner. So 1-2 now. Ground ball, and it's caught by the third baseman. Throw to first in time to get the out. Well, nice job defensively there by Pettit, who's able to range towards the hole to get to that one, and there's two gone.
Right fielder, number 26, Nick Harms.
So that will bring Nick Harms to the plate. Harms 1 for 1 doubled and scored a run in his first at bat. Harms now 16 doubles this season. He's had a tremendous year at the plate as well. First pitch. Breaking ball, and he can't hold up. It's an 0-1 count. That might have been a strike anyway. Big curve there by Liss, who's looked impressive through the first two batters he's faced. Now the 0-1 on the way. Fastball inside, 1-1. You can tell Liss can probably be a bit confusing for batters, especially working from the stretch. A lot of movement out there. Doesn't really stop moving. That, of course, has to change when you have to come set with runners on base. So it'll be interesting to see if he allows a base runner, if things change a little bit in that delivery. Here's the 2-1. And a breaking ball right down the middle for a called strike. He mixes up his pitches well. We've seen him throw a couple curves here. Throws a good fastball. Good movement on his pitches. Impressive start to the outing here for Liss, who's in relief of Monis. Allowed all 3 runs so far and gets a swing and a miss at the breaking ball for strike 3. So Liss gets a pair of strikeouts and retires the side in order in the third. And we'll move to the fourth. 3-2, Case Western Reserve leading. Bottom of the order with Brazaitis and Monaco due up, followed by the leadoff hitter Stefanson when we return. First batter of the inning is the 8-hitter Noah Brazaitis, now hitting a .291 on the season and is 1 for 1 in this one with a base hit. His first time up against Kyle Geerding. Fouls back the first pitch, and it's 0-1. See if Geerding can put together a quick inning here. It's been a bit of a struggle for him today, but is currently on the right side of things, allowing just 2 runs on 5 hits. Another one fouled back by Brazaitis, and it's 0-2. Brazaitis began the day as a .273 hitter, so his average up 18 points over the course of the last game and a half. That one's down low. It's 1-2. And a called strike 3. So Brazaitis down looking.
Now batting, catcher, number 19, Tyler Monaco.
So that'll bring up Tyler Monaco, the 9-hitter, who drew a bases-loaded walk to bring across the first run of the game for Ohio Wesleyan in his first at-bat. Takes that up high for a ball, 1-0. 70 pitches now in the game for Geerding. And that one popped foul and out of play, 1-1. Monaco hitting a .208 on the year. The RBI earlier was his 6th of the season. He's now drawn 8 walks in 12 games this year, so pretty good eye at the plate for Monaco. Fouls that one back, and it's 1-2. And the breaking ball in there, called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning for Geerding, who retires the bottom 2 in the order.
Now batting,
It's now 4 strikeouts on the day. Now back to the top of the order. And Ryan Stefanson will be the batter, and he takes a called strike 0-1. Stefanson 0 for 2 in the game, a ground out and a strikeout looking. Here's the 0-1. Fastball grounded to third. Carinci with it. Throw to first in time to get the out. Dug out nicely by Tallarico. And a real quick 1-2-3 inning, much needed for Geerding, who retires the side in order in the 4th, and we'll move along to the bottom of the inning. Haley Smith and Tallarico due up when we come back. Welcome back once again. Tight ball game here so far through the first 3.5 innings. 3-2, Case Western Reserve leading. The Spartans did all their scoring in the bottom of the 2nd when they scored 3 runs. Ohio Wesleyan with a run in each of the 2nd and the 3rd innings, and that's where we're at in a 1-run game. Joe Liss, an impressive 3rd inning on the mound after coming in relief, and he'll begin his 2nd inning of work here in the 4th. He'll face Haley, Smith, and Tallarico, 5, 6, and 7 in the Case Western Reserve order. Haley, who steps up to the plate 0 for 1, but a productive 0 for 1. He scored Nick Harms from third base with a ground out that, at the time, tied the game at 1-1. So Haley will step up. Trey's working on a hitting streak of his own right now. He enters the game having hit in 10 straight games, and takes a first pitch strike as the count goes to 0-1. And Joe List, very impressive in his first inning of work and has come out throwing strikes here as well in inning 2. Well, the 4th inning of the game, his 2nd inning, as the count evens 1-1. This was part of the order that was pretty productive for the Spartans the first time through, but facing a new pitcher here as Haley shoots that one foul, 1-2 the count. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball sent the other way for a base hit by Haley, making an 11-game hitting streak for Trey Haley. Great job by Haley, who had a 2-strike count, just shooting that one through the hole between the first baseman and the second baseman. And he is just having a fantastic end to his year. It's been a really nice season for Haley. So that'll bring up Jay Smith now, who singled and scored a run in his first at bat. And he'll hit here with nobody out and a runner at first. First pitch, called a strike on the lower inside corner, 0-1. We'll see if his effectiveness changes a bit now that he's working with a runner on base for the first time today. You know, Liss, who is very active on the mound when he works from or with the full windup. See him bouncing a lot, moving. We'll have to see how he does here coming set. As the pitch is in the dirt, runners going and sliding in safely with a steal is Haley, as the count evens 1-1 at the plate. Good job there by Trey Haley, who steals his 11th base of the year. And he's now on its 2nd with a 1-1 count. See if Smith can drive him in here. Called strike, and it's 1-2. And I have to watch Liss on the mound. He does come set. He was a little bit more set on that last pitch. The previous one that Haley stole on, I thought he was maybe a bit quick to the plate. Let's see. He comes set there briefly. As that one's in the air towards the gap. Right center field. Coming over is Stoner, and he makes the catch. Haley tags. He'll move up to third and is safe there. Curious to see if they check Haley at second base. Thought he might have left a little bit early there. We'll see if they appeal down at second at all on that. Doesn't look like they will. And so not a sacrifice fly for Smith, but a productive out as the runner moves to third. And he will score on the base hit by Tallarico. So Tallarico now 2 for 2 with a couple of RBI hits. And the Spartans now lead 4-2. First pitch swinging.
Left fielder, number 7, Logan Andreyko.
And Tallarico keeps his strong finish to the year going. 2 RBIs in this one for Tallarico. 4-2 the score as Haley comes in to score on the play. By the way, went back and looked at the replay, and Haley definitely left after the catch, so did not leave early, as that one fouled off by Andreyko. And the count goes to 0-1. Andreyko 0 for 1 in the game, a fly out to left. Took a nice play by the left fielder Stefansson to record the out. Called strike again, and it's 0-2. Andreyko, a .268 hitter on the year. Batting with 1 out and a runner at first. Tallarico, not much of a speed threat at first base, yet to steal one this season. Liss will check him over at first, though. Spartans have had some better at-bats against Liss this inning. As he throws down to first again. And that one hit towards the gap in right center field, and that will get down for extra bases. Andreyko goes to second. They'll send Tallarico around. The throw bounces into the infield, and Tallarico will come around to score. So Tallarico on his horse, read that one well. Never stopped for a second, and he scores from first base on an RBI double by Andreyko. And it's now 5-2, Case Western Reserve leading.
Number 2, Owen Levinson.
Andreyko now has 14 runs batted in on the year. That's his 5th double of the season. And he's on at second with one away for Owen Levinson, who had an RBI single in his first at-bat of the game. Facing List for the first time today, Levinson waits and takes the breaking ball inside 1-0. So it's a 5-2 game as the Spartans have added on 2 more runs here in the 4th after scoring 3 in the 2nd. Now the 1-0. Runner goes, the pitch in the air, right field, and the catch is made. And Andreyko will not even try to return to second. And that will end the inning. So it goes as a 9-6 double play. And that will end the inning. 2 runs, though, for the Spartans on 3 hits. And we'll move along to the 5th. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Stoner, Vitens, and Eiseldike due up for Ohio Wesleyan when we come back. And a tremendous play by Owen Levinson to get things going here in the top of the 4th inning. Pardon me, the top of the 5th inning. A ground ball hit to short by Stoner, and Levinson backhanded it deep in the hole and made a perfect throw to first. And 1 pitch, 1 out in the 5th as Stoner's retired. And a first pitch strike to Vitens, who is backing his way out of the batter's box. A little fooled by that pitch from Geerding in the 0-1. Now fouled back again, and it's 0-2. Geerding trying to put together a solid finish to the game. It's been rocky at times for Kyle, but now in line for time for the team lead with his 6th win of the season. Breaking ball, hit softly over to first, fielded on a hop by Tallarico, who takes it to the bag himself. And there are 2 gone. That's now 6 straight retired by Geerding. And trying for his 2nd straight 1-2-3 inning will face Dylan Eiseldike, who is 0 for 2 in this one with a fly out and a ground out to first. And that's down low, ball 1. Spartans, winners of 10 straight games, looking for win number 11 in a row. Called strike, and it's 1-1 on Eiseldike. I have to imagine for Geerding this will be his last start of the year You might see him out of the bullpen later on, should say of the regular season. Might see him out of the bullpen later on in the year, potentially. That ball lifted in the air, shallow center, could be trouble. Going back to get his Levinson, but no play on that as he'll drop in for a base hit. So single to right center, hitting into the Bermuda Triangle out there did Eiseldike, and he's on base.
Now batting, right fielder, number 21, Edric Padilla.
I'll bring up Edric Padilla, who had an RBI single back in the third inning. 1 for 2 in the day, struck out as well against Geerding. As that one hit in the air, foul, and will land out of play, 0-1. Ground ball is second. Harris with it, flips over to short, and that ends the inning. So Ohio Wesleyan gets a hit, but leaves the runner stranded, and we'll move along to the bottom of the fifth. 5-2 the score. Case Western Reserve leading. Top of the order due up, Anderson, Harrison, Carinci when we come back. Top of the order for the Spartans here in the fifth is Case Western Reserve, looking to put some more distance between themselves and the Bishops. Jack Anderson will be the batter. Top of the Spartans order. Top three in the order are combined 0 for 6 so far in this one. Anderson will be facing Liss for the first time. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts so far today. And a swing and a miss from Anderson brings the count to 0-1 when chasing one down and away from Liss. Here's the 0-1. Down low, 1-1. Well, it's turning out to be a beautiful sunny afternoon here at Nobby's Ballpark. That ball in the air, left center field, and it's a base hit for Anderson. Let's see if he tries for two. He will put on the brakes and stay at first base, but Anderson now 1 for 3 in the game. His 72nd hit of the season.
Second baseman, number 1, Josiah.
And now Josiah Harris will be the batter. Harris 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout looking. The strikeout came against Liss back in the third inning. Harris was 2 for 5 with a pair of RBIs and a triple in the first game of the doubleheader. And that one catches for a strike. Looked like Monaco was setting up on the outer corner of the plate, but the pitch caught the lower inside corner there. So not sure that's where Liss wanted it, but effective nonetheless. Outside corner with a fastball, and it's 0-2. Again, Harris, a hitting streak on the line here. He's hit an 11 straight entering play today. One of 4 double-digit hitting streaks entering today's game for the Spartans. Well, I should say 4 current hitting streaks. Tallarico now at 10 after getting a pair of hits in this game. The other 3 is currently on the line. Corinci, Harris, and Haley all hitless in this one so far. Harris sends that one foul. Of course, Corinci, who's on deck, has the 27-game hitting streak now as he looks to set a little program history today. Harris and Haley. Harris has that 11-game hitting streak. Haley at 10 games. Here's the 0-2. And another one fouled away. That one in the air, deep towards left, but had him played well out there. It's actually a new pitcher on the mound. That is Mikey Oliveri, who gets the out there. Good play in left by Stefanson. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 31, Zach Corinci.
So Oliveri, who allowed the single and then the fly out, has a runner on at first now with Corinci at the plate. Pickoff attempt at first, but Anderson gets back. I believe it was a ball at the plate, but let's see what the call was. Ball 1, 1-0. Now it's on the outside corner, 1-1. Anderson a threat to run here. He's stolen a team-high 15 bases on 17 attempts this year. Oliveri, knowing that, throws down to first. Oliveri, a first-year pitcher of Jackson Township, Ohio. Jackson High School, 5'9", 180 pounds. Anderson running, Corinci swinging, and fouls it off, and he's now behind in the count 1-2 as Anderson will have to retreat. Oliveri making his 16th appearance for the year. 2 of those have been starts. He's 0-1 with a 9.50 ERA. Head in the count, 2-1 on Corinci, who's looking to hit in his 28th straight game. And that one just missed outside, 2-2. Two offering. Well outside, full count, 3-2. See if Anderson is running with a full count and 1 away. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Pickoff attempt. Anderson diving back in. Oliveri caught Anderson leaning the wrong way, but he was still able to dive back in. Runner goes again, and that one fouled off down the first base side. So the count stays at 3-2. Anderson will be in motion likely again on this pitch. 3-2 count and 1 away. Carinci, a good contact hitter at the plate. Zach just 14 strikeouts on the year. Runner goes, the pitch swung on, hit towards the gap in right center field, and that's down for a base hit for Carinci. 28 straight games for Zach Carinci, and that matches the program record for consecutive games with a hit. So congratulations to Zach, who singles into left center there. Anderson goes to third. It's now runners on the corners, 1 away for Nick Harms. Well, unbelievable stretch here for Zach Carinci, who's now hit safely in each of his last 28 games. It matches Sam Alexander's program record. And now it's up to Nick Harms to try to drive the runners in here. And first pitch out in front fouls it off, and it's 0-1. It's down and out for a ball. 1-1 the count. And that one hit in the air pretty deep towards left center field. Going back, looking up, and it's off the base of the wall. Carinci had that one read well all the way. He'll come in to score, as does Anderson from third base easily. It's a towering 2 RBI double for Nick Harms, and the Spartans now lead 7-2. Second double of the game for Harms, his third of the day, and his 17th of the season. He goes the opposite way there.
Now batting.
And Case Western Reserve has now extended its lead to 5 runs. So with 1 out, Trey Haley will be the batter, and we'll get a meeting on the mound first. That's the pitching coach for Ohio Wesleyan. So the meeting on the mound breaks up. And that will bring Trey Haley to the plate here with a runner in scoring position and 1 away. 7-2, Spartans leading. Haley 1 for 2 in the game. An RBI ground out in the second that scored the first run of the game for Case Western Reserve, and then a single and a run scored last inning in the fourth. His average up to .374 on the season now. And he takes that one up high for ball 1, 1-0. Haley working on a 10-game hitting streak. He's trying to extend that. Pardon me, he already did extend it. He swings and misses there, and it's 1-1. Haley, so now Haley on an 11-game hitting streak. One and one the count. Runner at second base. Oliveri in relief. First inning, runner goes. The pitch taken low for a ball. Throw to third, not in time. And Harms successfully steals third. For Nick Harms, his 10th stolen base of the year. He becomes the 5th Spartan to steal double-digit bases this year, along with Anderson, who has 15, Harris, who has 13, Carinci, who has 13, and Haley, who now has 11. Chopper, third base side foul. That's why you lead off in foul territory if you're a runner at third, because on that ball, if you get hit in foul territory, nothing happens. If you get hit in fair territory, you're out on that play. Ground ball, first base. That'll get the run in. Fielded cleanly, taken to the bag by the first baseman, but Haley for the second time today with an RBI ground out. As Harms comes in to score.
Now back.
Second run scored by Harms today. Who has now scored 44 this season. And the bases will be empty with 2 outs for Jay Smith, and the Spartans leading 8-2. Pitch down low, ball 1, 1-0. Smith now hitting at 287. 1 for 2 in the game, a single and a run scored in the second, a fly out to center field in the fourth. In the dirt, 2-0. Outside, and it's 3-0. Bases are empty with 2 gone. 3 runs across here in the fifth for the Spartans, who lead 8-2. Trying to complete a 2-game sweep here today in the doubleheader against Ohio Wesleyan. Fouled off, and it's 3-1. Nick Tallarico, who is red hot, waiting out on deck. Here's a 3-1 to Smith. Line drive and caught. Nice play at first base. A jumping catch by Vitens. And he robs Jay Smith of a hit, but the Spartans score 3 runs on 3 hits and take a 8-2 lead into the 6th inning. It'll be Bates, Pettit, and Brizaitis due up when we return. Kyle Geerding working with a 6-run lead now. First pitch misses inside to Bates, and it's 1-0. 85 pitches to start the inning for Geerding. Bates on base twice today, a single and a walk against Geerding. Muscles that one foul. Count evens 1-1. It'll be Bates, Pettit, and Brizaitis. Part of the order that's hurt Geerding today. The bottom 4 in the order have gone a combined 3 for 6. Takes that down low. It's 2-1. Geerding trying to get through the 6th inning here before he turns it over to the bullpen. This is outside, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Foul tip back, full count 3-2. And another one foul tip back. Count stays at 3-2. And a called strike 3. Geerding froze Bates with the fastball in the inside corner. And there's one gone.
Now batting, third baseman, number 18, Blake Pettit.
It's one gone, base is empty. Blake Pettit, the batter. And on the outside corner, he went around. And it's 0-1. Oh and 2. So Geerding off to a quick start here against Pettit, who is 1 for 2 in the game with a single and a fly out to right, batting at 200 on the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball foul tip back and stays at 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Excuse me, swing to first base. Going to be a tough play, but Tallarico flips to Geerding, who gets his foot on the bag in time. And Pettit is retired. 3-1 on the putout. 2 gone for Noah Brazaitis, who is 1 for 2 in the game with a single and a strikeout looking.
Noah Brazaitis.
Brazaitis facing Geerding for the 3rd time in the game. And that misses down low, ball 1, 1-0. Called strike with the fastball. Popped up foul. 1-2. Next pitch will be the 100th of the game for Geerding. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, foul back. Gotta imagine that this will be the last batter for Geerding if he can retire Brazaitis here. Nobody warming in the pen, so he'll get to the end of this inning, I would think, but have to think that Geerding won't begin the 7th with 100 pitches already. The 1-2. Curve misses outside, 2-2. Well, this could potentially be the last start of the year for Geerding, so we'll see how much of he has in the tank, but whatever it is, I'm sure he'll leave it empty by the end of the game today. Ground ball, second base. Harris scoops, throws to first in time. That ends the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Geerding in the 6th, and the Spartans will take an 8-2 lead into the bottom half of the frame. Tallarico on Draco and Levinson, bottom of the order when we come back. Well, it's been a good day at the plate for Nick Tallarico, who leads things off. 2 for 2, 2 RBIs, an RBI double and a run scored in the second, an RBI single and a run scored in the fourth. His average up to 286 on the year, and the count evens at 1-1 on him. New pitcher on the mound for Ohio Wesleyan will be number 17, Joe Tepper. Called strike, makes it 1-2. Tepper, 5'11", 205-pound sophomore out of Centerburg, Ohio, Centerburg High School. Tallarico reaching for that one to stay alive, and the count remains at 1-2. Tepper on the season, 0-2 through 12 appearances with an 11.32 ERA. That one foul back again, 1-2 still. Through 10 1/3 innings, he's given up 20 hits for a 400 opponents average. He's allowed 7 walks, struck out 5. Head in the count here, 1-2 on Tallarico. Tepper delivers, and it's fouled back. Count stays at 1-2. Spartans are trying to win their 11th straight game, trying to make it 15 of their last 16. 1-2. Grounded, third base side foul as Tallarico turned on that one. 2 RBIs in the game today give Tallarico 21 for the season. Second on the team with 4 home runs this year. Here's the 1-2. And he lines that one into left center field, and that's down for at least 1, should be 2. Tallarico going for second. The throw comes in. Tallarico slides in head first, well ahead of the throw. And it's a double for Tallarico, his second double of the game, his 6th of the season. And he gets things started for the Spartans here in the 6th with that double. 3 for 3 now in the day for Tallarico.
Now batting, left fielder, number 7.
So Tallarico now on at second base for Logan Andreyko. Andreyko hitting a 281 on the year. 1 for 2 in this game, an RBI double in his last at bat. First pitch to Andreyko, fouled off. And it's 0-1. That one misses, ball 1. 1-1 the count on Andreyko. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down and in, 2-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, 8-2, Case Western Reserve leading. Ohio Wesleyan took an early lead in this one, scoring in the top of the 2nd, but the Spartans answered with 3 in the bottom of the inning. So the Ohio Wesleyan lead short-lived. The Bishops scored 1 in the 3rd, as that one outside, 3-1. But the Spartans extended their lead to 3 runs, took a 5-2 lead with 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th, and then scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th, and that's where we are now. Tepper on the mound, his 3-1. Outside, ball 4, and there'll be 2 on with nobody out. First 2 runners reach here in the 6th. The double by Tallarico, the walk to Andreyko, and now Owen Levinson will be the batter.
Now batting, shortstop, number 2.
Levinson hit into an unconventional inning-ending double play in his last at-bat. He flew out to right field, and with Andreyko running from second on the play, the right fielder able to throw behind Andreyko and get him before he could return to tag up. Levinson scoring a bunt and takes an outside strike, 0-1. No one just got that outside corner. Bunted back, but foul, and it's 0-2. So Levinson trying to move the runners up, but unable to get the bunt down, and he's now behind in the count 0-2. Assume he'll be swinging away here. Levinson's batting at .314 on the year, 1 for 2 in the game, an RBI single back in the second to go along with that unconventional double play he had into later in the game. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball. This could be 2 if they hurry. Maybe a bit too slow as the throw to second for 1. On to first, not in time. And so it goes as a 6-4 put out at second. And fielder's choice for Levinson, who reaches base for the second time today. And it'll be first and third with 1 away for Jack Anderson. Anderson 1 for 3 in the game. Picked up his 72nd hit of the season with a base hit in the 5th. Jack now hitting at .442 for the year. 1 for 3 in the second game of the doubleheader. Runner goes. Anderson hits in the air deep towards center field. Stoner has a beat on it, though, and at the edge of the warning track makes the catch for the out. Anderson drove another one deep to straightaway center field, but Stoner, who's been great out there all day, holds true on that one. And it's the second out of the inning. Tagging up and coming into score on the play is Tallarico on the sacrifice fly. And it's now 9-2.
Second baseman, number 1, Josiah Harris.
And so 2 outs now. Levinson still on at first, and Josiah Harris will be the batter with 2 gone. And he lifts that one foul. Coach Englander calling Harris over here for a teaching moment of some sort. So runner on at first, 2 away, 9-2 the score. Running hit here in the 6th. 3rd straight inning, the Spartans have scored at least a run. Levinson takes his lead from first, not going as Harris fouls that off. And it's 0-2. Harris, one of 4 Spartans who currently have a double-digit hitting streak going, but he's the only one whose streak is still in jeopardy, as he has not hit yet in this game. He's currently at an 11-game hitting streak, trying to stretch it to 12. Here's the 0-2. He holds, the pitch is in the dirt, and stealing second base is Levinson. No throw down. Good read there by Levinson. It's now 1-2 the count with Harris on at the plate. Levinson in scoring position. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Tepper delivers. Ground ball hit up to the middle, and that'll get through for a base hit. Coming around to score on the play from second is Levinson, an RBI single for Harris, who extends his hitting streak to 12 games with that base hit. And it's now 10-2.
Now batting, third baseman, number 31, Zach Carinci.
So I'll bring up Zach Carinci with a runner on and 2 away. It's now 10-2 the score, an 8-run Case Western Reserve lead. 2 across here in the inning, both with, well, one with 2 outs, the other on a sacrifice fly, as Carinci swings and misses 0-1. Carinci 1 for 3, the program record matching 28th consecutive game he's hit in. Had a base hit and a run scored back last inning. Takes that low as the count evens 1-1. Lifted in the air, fouling out of play. 1-2. One and two, two away. Harris takes his lead from first. Throw down to first, not in time. Harris now 13 stolen bases on as many attempts this year. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Tepper disengages with the mound. Now comes set. And that one hit in the air deep towards left field, but going over and at the edge of the warning track, making the catch is Stefanson for the out. And Carinci retired with a loud third out to the inning on a deep fly ball. The Spartans score two more. It's now a 10-2 lead for Case Western Reserve. Kyle Geerding coming back out to start the seventh with 102 pitches when we return. Kyle Geerding will begin the seventh inning, going out there with 102 pitches. He'll face the 9-1-2 hitters. First pitch from Geerding skips in the dirt to Tyler Monaco as the count goes to 1-0. Geerding allowed a run in the second, a run in the third. It hasn't exactly been a clean day for him since, but he's looked stronger since that point. This is in there, though, and it's 2-0. Spartans bullpen will begin to move. Nobody throwing yet. And we'll see if Geerding can get through the seventh inning here. And that's another one inside, and maybe some concerns brewing quickly for how much longer Geerding's going to be able to go in this game. Let's say that actually hit the batter. So Monaco hit by that pitch, and he'll be on at first. So not a great start to the inning for Geerding, who hits Monaco. And it looks like Jonathan Simon will begin to loosen out there for Case Western Reserve. Breaking ball for a strike to Stefanson. And it's 0-1. Stefanson 0 for 3 in the game. Fastball. Off the outside corner, it's 1-1. Pulled foul. And so Geerding ahead in the count, 1-2. Well, gutty showing today for Kyle Geerding. Hasn't been easy going for him, but he's gutted his way through 6 innings now. Trying to make it more as that one popped up foul and out of play. Now the 1-2. Down and out, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Popped up behind home plate. Anderson has it lined up, puts it away, and there's one gone. So Stefanson retired. Sammy Stoner will be the batter.
Center fielder, number 28, Sammy Stoner.
Stoner's walked twice in the game, 0 for 1 with a ground out as well. Batting here with a runner at first and one away. Geerding wants a new baseball. And we'll get one. Pitch misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0.
I mean, I haven't been in years, but yeah, I used to go every week. I used to be pretty good, and then I swear to God, like a year.
Strike on the inside corner, 1-1.
I can't do it anymore.
I never got into like the smaller boards like doing tricks, but I actually really like fun boarding that as well.
I've only wanted to do 5 strikes.
Double play depth in the infield for the Spartans, who will look to turn 2 on a ground ball.
Now I can't.
That ball lifted in the air, and a nice play by Carinci to get the out. Well, as always, the danger of pulling your infield in, even a little bit like that, is that you allow for some easy bloop hits, but Carinci did a good job of taking one away there from Stoner for the second out of the inning. And so now 2 gone. Monaco's still at first. Vitens will be the batter. Vitens is hitting a .413. Takes that down and out. With the lefty, with 2 lefties out on deck, Eiseldike followed by Padilla, and actually a third lefty with Bates to follow. As that is just outside 2-0. This might be the last batter either way for Geerding. He's now up to 116 pitches, trying to get through 7 scoreless. As that one fouled off, 2-1. The lefty, John Simon, should be ready in the bullpen. Here's the 2-1. And it misses inside, 3-1. Again, give Kyle Geerding a lot of credit, who did not have his best stuff today, but still produced, right now, 6 2/3 strong innings. Fouled off by Vitens. And a 3-2 pitch upcoming with 2 away. Runner at first will get the early start. Monaco's been standing out there ever since getting hit by the first, or by the first bat of the inning. Geerding looks down. His 120th pitch of the game upcoming. Chopped, foul, and we'll do another. And another one fouled away. Nice pitch there for Geerding, and 5'10's the first-year player doing everything to fight that off. Three-two from Geerding. Top of the 7th inning, 10-2, Case Western Reserve leading. And that one in the air, center field should end the inning. Haley puts it away, and the inning's over. So Geerding, 7 solid innings today, a really nice effort. And we'll move along into the bottom of the 7th. Case Western Reserve with a 10-2 lead. Another new pitcher for Ohio Wesleyan will be Dom Smith, the junior lefty out of Marysville, Ohio, Marysville High School. 6'4", 200-pound southpaw to face Nick Harms here. It'll be Harms, Haley, and Smith due up this inning. Harms 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in the game, including a pair of doubles. And he takes the first pitch down and in, 1-0. Smith on the season making his 4th appearance, no record, an ERA of 27. Through 2 innings, he's allowed 4 hits, 6 runs all earned, as Harms fouls that off. He's also walked 3 batters. 1-1 the count on Harms. As we begin the bottom of the 7th, the Spartans leading by 8, 10-2 the score. And that ball hit in the air, high and deep to right field, but playable. Stoner over, and he'll make the catch for the out. So Harms retired for the first out of the inning, and now Trey Haley will be the batter.
Number 19, Trey Haley.
Well, after getting 4 hits in the first game of the day, Haley has added on a 1 for 3 performance with 2 RBIs in the second game. He's now hitting at .371, has an 11-game hitting streak going. First pitch, and Haley out in front of that one, fouls it off down the third base side. And it's 0-1. Haley like many of these Spartan hitters, just finding his groove late in the season. Called strike on the outside corner. Trey is the kind of player who I think over his career, what we've seen is that when he's not worried about defense, he's better at the plate. And I think maybe some of his struggles in the field with the glove carry over to his at bat sometimes. Not unusual. That ball in the air to center field and put away by Stoner for the second out of the inning. But since Haley has made that move and we've seen him at DH and in the outfield, both left and center, I think he's been a bit more focused on his plate appearances, and it's paid off. Earlier in the season, worrying about shortstop and making plays there seemed to maybe be a bit of a distraction for him that got carried over into those plate appearances. And now that he's, again, really cooking at the plate here. That ball was corkscrew into fair territory, picked up by the catcher and thrown on to first base. Boy, an interesting play there. The home plate umpire smiling as he turns back. That was just had a ton of spin on it. It never touched anybody, and it hit the turf out in front of the plate and then spun back into play. Smith realized that that's what's going to happen and took off running a second late. And the play was made by the catcher, Monaco, who throws out Smith at first in the inning. So we move to the eighth, 10-2 the score. Case Western Reserve leading when we come back. New pitcher on the mound for the Spartans is the senior southpaw, Jonathan Simon. Simon, a Rhodes Scholar finalist, pitching in his spare time here. Lefty out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Fox Chapel Area High School. And he'll get 3 straight lefties here, so hopefully a favorable matchup for him with Eiseldike due up. And he takes that one for a called strike, 1-1. It'll be Eiseldike, Padilla, and Bates due up. Again, 3 lefties for Simon, the left-handed pitcher to face this inning. Good breaking ball, but they say it misses just up high. And it's 2-1. Looked awfully good from up here. Lefties just 2 for 10 against Simon this year. And that ball popped up. Coming in is Levinson, and he's forced to dive to make the catch. But he pulls it in for the out. Levinson misread that off the bat. His first step was back and was able to catch himself in time coming into what ended up being a pretty nice grab to prevent the ball from dropping in. If that hits the ground, it's so softly hit, there's no chance that Levinson can throw the runner out. His only chance was to dive, try to get that cleanly, and he did it. So good job there. That one bunted to the third base side, And Simon and Carinci will collide. Everyone okay, but that'll go as an infield single for Padilla on the bunt. And so that'll be a base hit. It's interesting. Not sure if you're any baseball fan saw a similar play actually happened earlier. I think it was earlier this week when Cubs pitcher Drew Smiley was throwing a no-hitter, and he collided with the catcher. I think it was John Gomes. And that's how the no-hitter came to a close, on a play almost like that. So I'll bring up Jack Bates, the second baseman, who takes that down low, and it's 1-0. A lot of lefties here in this lineup now. 6 lefties in the lineup today for Ohio Wesleyan, so Simon might be asked to go a couple innings here. That misses down and out for ball 2, 2-0. Simon on the season, 3-0 through 8 appearances with 4.66 ERA. He's gone 9 2/3 innings, giving up just 7 hits, 3 walks. He struck out 11. Another pickoff attempt down at first, not in time. Opponent's hitting just 194 against John this year. He's had a really nice season on the mound. Here's his pitch. Fouled back, 2-1. John spent the early portion of his career split between time on the mound and time in the field. Saw him a lot in the outfield, some at first base. Another one down low, it's 3-1. Simon actually won a UAA Hitter of the Week honor at one point during his career. Now serving just as a pitcher for this team. He's done a good job getting outs. Swing and a miss, and it's 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that one muscled foul. Count stays at 3-2 on Bates. And that one foul tipped. Not sure if that caught Anderson or the home plate umpire, but either way, everyone seems to be okay. Count stays at 3-2. Back-to-back pitches fouled off by Bates. Another 3-2 from Simon, who shakes off a sign from Anderson. Now rocks and delivers. Ground ball hit towards short, slowly hit. Levinson's only play is at first, but he does a good job getting it there in time to get the out. Bates retired, 6-3 on the putout. Padilla moves up to second base. And 2 gone now for Blake Pettit.
Third baseman, number 18, Blake Pettit.
So Pettit with a runner in scoring position will hit here. Batting at 190 on the year. He's 1 for 3 in today's game. Not much of a lead at second for Padilla. And Pettit swings and misses 0-1. Mentioned that lefties haven't had a lot of success against Simon, but really righties right about in the same boat. 5 for 26 coming into today's game against Simon. That's a 192 batting average. Simon looks the runner back. Fifteenth pitch of the inning for Simon. Comes to Pettit. And it's lined into left field. It's a base hit. Andreyko has it and gets it in quickly. And the runner holds at third as Padilla stops there. But it's going to be first and third now with 2 away. And the batter is Noah Brazaitis.
Shortstop, number 26, Noah
Well, remember, Ohio Wesleyan had a late run in the first game of the doubleheader. Scored 6 runs in the 8th inning. As that one popped up, foul and out of play. And it's 0-1 on Brazaitis, who is hitting a .286 on the year. So it's an Ohio Wesleyan team that has looked outmatched at times today, but has certainly shown some fight. Here's the 0-1. That one popped up. Should stay in play for Carinci. And in foul territory, he makes the catch for the out. And that ends the inning. So Simon works around a pair of hits, and we'll move into the 8th. Bottom of the inning, 10-2 the score, Case Western Reserve leading. It'll be Tallarico, Andreyko, and Levinson due up when we come back.
Tallarico.
Bottom of the order for the Spartans will face another new pitcher in Zane Vitens, who will come out from first base. Taking over first base is Alex Casper, and I believe he's hitting in the designated hitter spot as Tallarico fouls that pitch off, 0-1. It's been a real nice day for Tallarico, who's 3 for 3 with a pair of RBIs. His average now up into the 290s. He's hitting a 293. And pops this one sky high behind home plate. And making the catch is Monaco for the out, 1 gone. So Tallarico retired for the first time in the game, and that'll bring up Logan Andreyko.
Logan Andreyko.
Vitens making his 4th appearance out of the bullpen this year. No record and an ERA of 3.37. Through 2 2/3 innings, he's given up 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, struck out 2. It's a 1-0 count on Andreyko. And that catches for a strike, 1-1. And inside, and it hits Andreyko. And that one got him good. I thought it got him on the foot. Let's see where he's. They look at when he comes out. They come out here. He has not gotten up. And it looked like maybe down by the ankle is where it clipped him. Nope. Trainer Spencer Furlick, who's been busy at times today, helps him up, and Andreyko will go down to first base. And so the Spartans have a 1-out base runner. And so with
Shortstop, number 2, Owen.
One out in the inning.
Levinson.
Owen Levinson will be the batter. Levinson 1 for 3 in the game. A single, a fly out, and hit into fielder's choice. Later coming around to score a run. Bat here with a runner at first, 1 out. 10-2 the score. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Pitch skips in the dirt, and it's 1-1. That ball lined into left field, and it's another hit for Levinson, his second of the game.
So you didn't even get past the dirt.
Most of the time, no.
So Levinson singles to
Now
left,
batting.
and it's now first and
Catcher,
second.
number 5, Jack Anderson.
With 1 out in the inning. Back to the top of the order with Jack Anderson coming up. Anderson's had a couple of deep fly ball outs, but 1 for 4 overall in the game. Singled back in the 5th inning. Spartans now with 14 hits in this one. That misses down and out for a ball. They had 16 hits in game 1, so 30 hits in the 2 games for the Spartans, whose offense just keeps on rolling here. Another double-figure scoring effort. That ball hit in the air, deep towards right, but again should be playable. Settling under it and making the catch is Padilla for the out. Tagging and moving up to third on the play is Andreyko.
Now batting, second baseman, number 1,
And it's now runners on the corners and 2 away.
Harris.
And so men on the corners, 2 outs, and the batter will be Josiah Harris. Harris, that 12-game hitting streak that he extended with a base hit that scored a run back in his last at bat in the 6th. He's 1 for 3 in the game and takes that down and out, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 offering. Throw to first, not in time. Well, the Spartans have just had an explosive offense. That misses down and out, ball 2, 2-0. And it has continued into this weekend. Ground ball to short, should end the inning. Flip to second for 1, and that will end it. So, last chance for Ohio Wesleyan will enter the 9th with a 10-2 Case Western Reserve lead. 9-1-2 for Ohio Wesleyan. Monaco, Stefanson, and Stoner due up when we come back. Welcome back once again is Case Western Reserve University looking to complete the two-game sweep against Ohio Wesleyan, leading 10-2 going into the ninth. And the new pitcher on the mound will be Patrick O'Connor, looking to close things out. O'Connor will get a little bit of work in today. I imagine if he's pitching today, the hope is he'd be available tomorrow as well, should the Spartans play against Mount Union. Again, that game's somewhat in doubt right now due to the weather tomorrow. So as always, make sure to check athletics.case.edu for any updates. O'Connor 3-1 on the year through 13 appearances. He has 4 saves, a 2.81 ERA. O'Connor's thrown 25 2/3 innings, giving up just 24 hits for a 235 opponent's average. He's walked 9, struck out 24. It's been a pretty good season for O'Connor, the junior out of Austin, Texas, Vandergrift High School. 6'5", 200-pound righty. And we'll face the 9-1-2 hitters for Ohio Wesleyan as he looks to shut things down. It'll be Monaco, Stefanson, and Stoner due up.
Catcher, number 19, Tyler Monaco.
Monaco, the first one to get things going here. He's been on base twice today, 0 for 1 with a walk and a hit by pitch. First pitch on the way. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Outside corner again, 0-2. And I think O'Connor on that last pitch popped his belt, so hopefully the belt is just for show rather than practical use here. Otherwise, it can make pitching a little bit difficult down the stretch. As his 0-2 on the way. No belt, no problem. Strike 3 called. Monaco down looking. Smiles all around the infield for the Spartans.
Number 3, Ryan Stefanson.
Back to the top of the order now as Ryan Stefanson will be the batter. Stefanson 0 for 4 in the second game of the doubleheader after a nice first game. First pitch down to the outside corner, and it's 0-1. 4 pitches, 4 strikes for O'Connor, who's looked real good so far. Belt or no belt? The 0-1. Outside, and he misses for a ball. Crank foul and out of play, and the count goes to 1-2. 1-2 count, 1 away. Top of the 9th inning, the pitch. Down and away for a ball. Stefanson held up, says the umpire out in the field, and the count evens 2-2. And a called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the 9th inning for O'Connor, and he's now 1 out away from completing the sweep for the Spartans. Connor's thrown 8 pitches, 6 for strikes, and he's gotten 2 strikeouts looking. He'll face the lefty Stoner now with 2 outs and the base is empty. First pitch. Called strike at the knees, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Just outside, 1-1 the count. Stoner 0 for 2 in the game with a pair of walks. Here's the 1-1. Swings and misses, 1-2. And the Bishops down to their final strike. 1-2 the count, 2 away, bases empty, 9th inning. Spartans leading by 8, 10-2 the score. O'Connor from the stretch delivers the 1-2 pitch. And it's down and out. Ball 2, 2-2. Two. And off his leg. Fouled off. Count stays at 2-2. Two and two pitch. That's up and out. Ball 3. Full count. 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way. O'Connor delivers. Swung on and missed at strike 3, and that ends the game. So the Spartans keep it rolling. 11 straight wins for Case Western Reserve. O'Connor completes it with a 1-2-3 ninth. Spartans improve to 16 Ohio Wesleyan falls to 16-19 on the season. Case Western Reserve improves to 25-12. Winning pitcher is Kyle Geerding, 6-1 on the year. Loss goes to the starting pitcher, Jason Monis. He's now 3-4 on the year. Game lasted 2 hours and 21 minutes, and attendance here was 175 for the game. Want to thank everyone once again for joining us throughout the day today. Reminder, we are scheduled to play tomorrow as Case Western Reserve is set to host Mount Union. That's slated for a 2 p.m. first pitch. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. Once again, final score, Game 2, 10-2. The Spartans won 15-8 in Game 1 to complete the sweep. Thanks again, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.